Every animal on the planet poops out in the open. Dogs do it on your neighbor's lawn like they're filing a trademark. Lions leave theirs uncovered at the edge of their territory. Basically a no trespassing sign made of feces. Hippos spin their tails like propellers and fling it in every direction as a dominance display. And then there's you. You lock a door, turn on a fan, check behind the shower curtain for some reason, and then pretend absolutely nothing happened. But here's the weird part. Nobody taught you this. Toddlers who can't tie their shoes, who don't know what embarrassing means, will crawl behind a couch to fill their diaper. Before language, before shame, before manners. That instinct is older than every word you've ever spoken. And the reason why might be the strangest thing your body ever inherited.
Most people think this is a culture thing, that somewhere along the way, humans just decided pooping was rude and everyone agreed. That's not what happened. Not even close.
Your body runs two competing operating systems. One is the sympathetic nervous system, the alarm system, fight or flight. It floods your muscles with blood, jacks your heart rate, and shuts down anything non-essential, including your bowels. The other is the parasympathetic system, the maintenance crew. Rest and digest. It slows your heart, relaxes your muscles, opens the gates. Here's the thing. These two systems are mutually exclusive. Your body physically cannot eliminate waste while it's in threat mode. You can't poop and run from a predator at the same time. The hardware doesn't support it. Which means hiding to poop isn't a preference. It's a neurological prerequisite. Your body won't let you go until your brain believes, truly believes, that you are safe.
200,000 years ago, East African savanna, late afternoon, a woman moves away from her group's camp. Not far, maybe 50 feet toward a cluster of acacia trees. Close enough to hear the camp, far enough to be concealed. She squats, heart rate drops, muscles go slack. For roughly half a minute, she is the most vulnerable member of her entire band. And this is where it gets biological. Defecation actually triggers a measurable cardiovascular event. The vagus nerve, a cable running from your brainstem to your gut, can become overstimulated during a bowel movement. Heart rate plummets, blood pressure drops. There's a medical term for this, defecation syncope. It can make you dizzy, lightheaded, it can make you faint.
It's widely believed this is how Elvis died, on the toilet,
Because pooping is, medically speaking, one of the most intense things your autonomic nervous system does. No wonder your brain wants you behind a locked door when it happens.
Now, here's where humans become the odd ones out. Because in the animal kingdom, poop isn't private. It's a platform.
A hippo hears an unfamiliar voice.
It responds by spinning its tail and showering the area with dung. A 2022 study found they specifically escalate this when they hear a stranger. They're essentially throwing their own waste at someone they haven't met. Which is, look, we've all wanted to do that at a party, but hippos actually commit.
And your cat? You think your cat buries its poop because it's tidy.
Adorable.
Wrong. In the wild, dominant cats, lions, leopards, tigers, leave theirs uncovered. On purpose. As a power move. Only submissive cats bury it. Your house cat buries its poop because in its mind, you are the apex predator in that apartment. It's not being polite, it's being careful.
And then there's sloths. A sloth climbs down from the canopy once a week to defecate on the forest floor. On the ground, it's defenseless. A significant portion of sloth deaths happen during these bathroom trips. Scientists believe they do it anyway to maintain a relationship with moths that live in their fur. Moths that only breed in sloth dung. A sloth will risk dying for its bathroom routine. But here's the question nobody asks. If every other species uses poop as a broadcast, a weapon, or a ritual worth dying for, why are we the only ones who made it a secret?
Okay, so far we've talked about vulnerability, about your nervous system needing safety, about animals broadcasting while you hide. But those are the obvious explanations. The real reason you hide is darker than any of that.
Researchers at the Max Planck Institute developed a tool called CoproID. It uses machine learning to analyze ancient fecal samples. And what they found is that your gut microbiome, the trillions of bacteria living in your intestines, creates a fecal signature so specific, so unique, that it works like a fingerprint. Your poop doesn't just carry waste, it carries you. What you ate, how stressed you are, what diseases you're carrying, where you've been.
For hundreds of thousands of years, leaving your feces in the open was like leaving a signed note. Your name, your health, your location, written in biology for any predator or rival tracking you by scent. You don't hide to poop because it's embarrassing. You hide because your poop Poop is you. It's your body's browser history, and you instinctively want it deleted.
Okay, real talk for a second. Be honest. Can you poop at someone else's house? Like a friend's house, a date's house, a hotel? Or are you a hold it until I get home person?
Because if you're a holder, and statistically, most of you are, that's not a personality quirk. That's your nervous system running ancient threat detection software in a bathroom with scented candles. Drop yours in the comments. I'm genuinely fascinated by how many of you won't admit which camp you're in.
And this is where it gets even stranger, because privacy around pooping, it's not even consistent across human history. Almost 5,000 years ago, the Indus Valley civilization built something extraordinary in the city of Mohenjo-Daro: indoor toilets, connected to a citywide covered sewer system. Nearly every home had one, 2 millennia before Rome even existed.
Meanwhile, the Romans went the other direction. Their public latrines, foraci, sat up to 50 people on long stone benches with holes, side by side, no dividers, and they shared a sponge on a stick dipped in vinegar, passed from person to person. Romans didn't consider this awkward. They considered this social. People gossiped on those benches, exchanged news, made deals.
Sociologist Norbert Elias studied the shift in his 1939 work, The Civilizing Process. He tracked centuries of European etiquette manuals and found that the threshold of shame around bodily functions wasn't natural. It was manufactured. The more complex your society got, the more self-control it demanded. The more people you interacted with daily, the more you had to pretend you didn't have a body. And this is where it starts being about you.
There's a condition called parcopresis, shy bowel syndrome. Your body physically cannot defecate if it senses another person nearby. The same neural circuit that once clenched shut when a predator approached now activates because someone walked into the next stall.
Your body can't tell the difference between a predator and a coworker. The bathroom is the last cave your brain still believes in. If this is the kind of thing your brain needed today, you already know what to do.
For most of human existence, finding a safe place to defecate was a genuine survival decision. Your nervous system built an entire protocol around it. Slow the heart, relax the muscles, suppress your awareness, go vulnerable. And the cost of getting it wrong was death.
Today, you sit on a heated seat in a room with a lock and a phone full of infinite content, and your body still runs the full program, still drops your heart rate, still wants you alone, still flinches if someone knocks. That moment of unease when the bathroom at a party is too close to the living room, when you can't go at a friend's house, when you wait until everyone's asleep.
That's not weakness. That's not being neurotic. That's the oldest survival program you own, still running in a world that doesn't need it anymore. Before language, before shame, before you knew the word for embarrassment, something in you already knew. This is something you do alone.
The most private thing you do every day isn't private because of manners. It's private because for thousands of generations, the ones who did it in the open didn't get to become your ancestors. Every animal on Earth uses it as a billboard. You're the only one who turned it into a secret. And honestly, that might be the most human thing about you.